morning. Thanks for being here. Alright, everybody, welcome to our morning Qigong practice. Qigong is a Chinese method of meditation. And as the story goes, when China was in a warring states period, before China was unified, India was already an intact culture. And when China unified, the Chinese government brought Indian ministers to China to advise them on how to run a newly unified country. And when the Indians came over the Himalayas to China to advise them, they observed the Buddhist monks in sitting meditation. Bodhidharma was the Indian minister in specific. And it bothered him to see them in sitting meditation for so long, for he felt their bodies were going to deteriorate and fail before they reached enlightenment. And as a yogi who did physical asana practice, he wanted to bring physical movement to meditation to promote health and longevity so that they could satisfy their desired outcome of their practice, enlightenment. Through a long series of events, he came up with Qigong and Tai Chi. So Qigong and Tai Chi is kind of like yoga while meditating. So we'll be in a halfway meditative state while we're stretching our body and moving our breath. So that's a really quick, loose overview of Qigong. The literal definition of Qigong, Qi means energy, Gong means work or exercise. So we're going to be moving or exercising energy. There's three ways to move or exercise energy. The first is physically. The next is with the breath. And the third is intentionally with the mind. And if you do all three at the same time, you can move vast amounts of energy. So this is a practice to cultivate that. The movement of energy and the cultivation of energy largely is broken into two main groups, external application and internal application. The cultivation and harnessing of energy for external application is typically assumed to be a martial-based practice. The cultivation and movement of energy internally is mostly considered a medical-based practice, used to heal the body and to cultivate health or strength of organs or strength of systems. I teach and am certified to teach in medical Qigong. So these forms I'm going to be showing you today are medical Qigong practices. We'll start with a self-massage, which is also referred to as a Qigong appetizer. For those of you that have been following me for some time, you're familiar with these practices and methods. Alright, so let's actually do it, eh? First things first. Plug into the energy of the earth. Get your feet roughly shoulder width apart. And a method or a technique my teachers taught me to find that gate is to close your eyes, lift your foot, and fall naturally to the side. I'm left-handed, so I use my left leg. You can use your right leg, doesn't matter. And just naturally fall over and assume that's going to be your Qigong gate. That's your comfortable gate. And then from there, bend your knees, tuck your tail, and pretend as though you're sitting on a one-peg stool penetrating into the earth's interior. Feel the stillness, the coolness, the solidness, the support of the earth. And then see your feet coming off, creating a triangular base, a stable base to connect to the earth energy with. And then from there, pull in the navel, lengthen the spine, draw in the chin, open the crown. And visualize a yellow chain or a golden chain from the top of the head ascending into the heavens. And then from the top of the head to the shoulders, see a golden triangle. See that golden triangle suspended from the golden chain, all suspended from the heavens. And as you exhale, allow your body to fall or settle onto the hanger as though it was hanging like a suit of clothing. connected to that golden chain to the heavens, and that plugs us into the energy of heaven. So this is called Tai Chi. You may have heard the words Tai Chi. Tai Chi means balance of opposites. So the earth is the one pole, the heavens the opposite pole. So we've established a balance between the opposites. This is Tai Chi. Take several breaths here, tongue to the roof of the mouth, and just see what it feels like to consciously connect to the earth and the heaven simultaneously. Tongue to the roof of the mouth. And just like a fluorescent tube when it's plugged into an anode and a cathode, imagine there's a white pole of light between your perineum and your crown. It turns on, switches on, gets brighter as you plug into the energy of heaven and earth. Typically this will be done until we start salivating. When we salivate, we're in rest and digest. We've activated the parasympathetic. By and large, Qigong is done as a parasympathetic exercise, which I get told by people all the time. If they want to know how to activate their parasympathetic, how to access the parasympathetic, how to get out of sympathetic, how to get out of fight and flight. So here's the method. Plug into heaven and earth, tongue to the roof of the mouth, breathe over your tongue until you salivate. Now remember what it was like waking up this morning. And stretch up like a cat waking up from a nap. Open your eyes, your ears, your nose, your mouth, your skin, your five senses. Become aware of your environment and invite motion into your body. And imagine you could reach up and grab some of that morning sunlight with your hands and draw down that morning sunlight and wipe the body off of sleepiness, of stillness. Bring your hands down like you're stepping out of a sleeping bag. Shake it off. Activate your hands. Get some movement into your hands, and with a tight fist, bring your hands to the center of the chest. Opening your lungs. And visualize your skeleton. Bring a tight fist, pinky side down, and percuss your skeleton. Wake up your bones. Increase your bone density. Stimulate your skeleton. Check out your coracoid process and your humerus, radius ulna, carpals, metacarpals, phalanges, carpals, metacarpals, radius ulna, olecranon, humerus, glenohumeral junction, clavicle, cervicals, occiput, temporalis, the temporal bones at the vertex. Change your hand to the other side. Now come down your skull, the vertebrae of the neck. Make sure you connect to the bones. We're waking up your bones. With a tight fist, percuss down the outside of your left arm, visualizing the bone with your third eye, and draw the morning light through your bone, opening your breath so the chi can move. If you hold the breath, you hold the chi. Allow sensation. The inside of the arm, center of chest, around to the back, getting the thoracic vertebrae, lumbar vertebrae, pelvic crest, greater trochanter, femurs, fibulas, tarsals, tibias, patellas, femurs, pubic tubercle. Vibrate the pelvic girdle. Wake up your pelvic girdle. Lumbar spine, sternum. Keep the breath moving. And now finger side down with a loose fist. Percuss your muscle layers. See your body as a human muscle, like one of those anatomy charts on the wall. And fluff your muscle layer. Bring motion, yellow energy, yang qi, morning light into your muscle. Go down the inside of your arm. and up the outside of your arm. Over the shoulder and neck, top of the head, switching down the other side, down the outside, up the inside, around to the back, down the spine, and the longissimus muscle, the erectors, gluteus medius, tensor fascia lata, down the legs, up the inside. Get the smooth muscle lining the blood vessels to protect against varicosity. Stimulate the smooth muscles. Squat a little bit, opening the inguinal pocket, and percuss with a slight lifting motion, strengthening the inguinal wall, protecting against hernias. Relax your abdominal wall and bring the percussion into your visceral organs. Bring it into the belly organs. Wake up your belly organs. Stimulate through motion and percussion your organs and allow your breath to move, to allow the energy to move in the center of the chest. Now with the flat hand, slap the surface of the skin, drawing the chi all the way to the surface, activating the endocrine and lymphatic system. Opening your right arm, slapping the inside of the arm, up the outside of the arm. Get the sublingual lymph. Top of the head switching. Down the other side. Sublingual lymph. Down the outside of the arm. Up the inside. Center of chest. Around to the kidneys. Wake up the kidneys. Down the outside of the legs. Up the inside of the legs. Over the belly to the chest. 3 deep breaths through the nose over the chest. Now come to a complete and abrupt halt. Back to a neutral Qigong stance. Establish Tai Chi. Open up every pore of your body. As you exhale, dump out the stuck energy as gray particles. As you inhale, draw in high vibrational white particles. Exchange chi with the universe in this way for several breaths. Fresh energy in through every pore. Stuck energy out through every pore. High vibration white particles in as you inhale. Stuck gray turbid particles out as you exhale. As you do this, visualize yourself standing on a beach. As we begin Turtle Longevity Qigong Part 2. That completes the appetizer course. We're now going into our main dish. Visualize yourself standing on a beach, exchanging chi with the universe, looking out towards the ocean. Feel the warm sand around your feet, hear the Pacific breeze above, and the palms, the birds. Smell the salt in the air. Now visualize there's a cave behind us. And from the cave, comes out a 150-year-old golden turtle. See the turtle wade out between our legs and stand in front of you. See the turtle come up onto its hind legs, so you're now looking over the turtle's shoulder out at the open ocean. Take note of the peculiar pattern upon the turtle's shell. Breathe with the tongue to the roof of the mouth until you salivate, once again, activating the parasympathetic system. One should be salivating through this entire practice. It's quite a trick to stay in parasympathetic as we're active, but a very good one to hold. My teachers told me if you find yourself breathing heavy, if you find yourself with a heavy heart rate or a dry mouth, stop the form. Go back to this initial phase, establish salivation, and then continue on. That's how important the parasympathetic activation is. And for those of you that have practiced this over 1 year, my teachers invited to morph into the turtle. They advise up until that year, stay separate from the turtle to observe the turtle. Do with that what you will. Alright, so observe the turtle bending down and lifting his flippers up. And bring your arms to shoulder height. When your arms get shoulder height, turn the palms skywards, inhaling all the way up and holding a peak extension. Exhale, bring the hands down as though you've gathered morning sunlight and wash the body off. Pause for a breath. Inhale up. Exhale down. Pause for a breath. Inhale up. Exhale down. Pause for 3 breaths. Now this form is also called Turtle Longevity Qigong. This form is said to produce longevity. And you'll find the turtle pauses lots of times through this form to exchange chi with the universe and to breathe in parasympathetic state. I personally suspect that has something to do with the turtle's secret of longevity. Pause for a breath. Breathe the tongue to the roof of the mouth and enjoy the parasympathetic state. Now observing the turtle, which I guess in this case is me. Bring the right flipper up. Same thing, palm to the sky, but this time when you got the hand at full extension, bring the hand down and grab the heaven energy and beam it through your head, through your arm into the earth. Looking at a 45-degree angle, 1 meter out. Inhale, draw the earth energy up. Swallow the earth energy and release. Pause for a breath. Left flipper. Beam the energy down. Inhale it up. Release. Pause for a breath. Right arm up. Inhale that earth energy and release. Pause for a breath. Left arm up. Beam the energy down. Inhale the earth energy up. Sometimes I like to pretend that this upper hand's like a syringe plunger. Stomach that earth energy and release. One last time, right side up. Leave it down. Inhale it up. And release. Pause for a breath. Left flipper up. Draw the earth energy up. And release. Pause now for 3 breaths. Turtle gathers yang and yin. Inhaling up. Oh, gather yang. 12 times. Scoop the yang, draw the yang down, gather yin. Gather yin. Inhale up. Gather yang. Gather the yang, offer the yang into the yin, gather yin. It's still cool energy of earth, draw it in through the palms, the crown, the perineum, the soles of the feet. Draw the yin up, thick like honey. Dive into the yang, into the heaven energy, gather the heaven energy. Gather the heavenly energy, bring it down the body, offer it into the earth, and gather the earth energy. Alright, neutral Qigong stance, pause for 3 breaths. For those of you that are turtle aficionados, you probably know that I reversed the sequence. The next one is turtle opening the shoulders and the hips. That's typically done before gathering yin and yang. Turtle turning to open the shoulders. Reaching well over the shoulder, percussing the top of the shoulder and the back of the opposite shoulder. Tongue to the roof of the mouth while salivating. And the waist. Front and back of the hip. Shoulders. Waist. This is done 12 times on each. Shoulders. Waist. Pausing now for 3 breaths. Breathing through your shoulders and hips, recognizing how the turtle's ribs are fixed to its shell. So to breathe, it has to simultaneously expand and contract the 4 points of the shoulders and the hips all at once. Subtly, internally, breathe through your shoulders and your hips. And let's repeat the section now of gathering yin and yang, because this is where it's typically done, and physiologically it makes sense to do it here after we open the shoulder girdles to allow the circulation through the arms to increase. Not to mention, I just really love this movement and I'm stoked I get to do it twice. Gather that yang, offer it to the yin. Gather yin. Gather yang. Gather yin. And my teacher asked me to teach by showing this move this way. Just going down so the back's a tabletop. When I would go to here, he'd say, TJ, this isn't yoga. Not everybody will be able to do that, and some people will hurt their back. Just show them gathering yin like this. So in honor of his asking me, I figured I'd show you that. Gather yang. Gather yin. Neutral Qigong stance, establish Tai Chi, exchange Qi with the universe, tongue to the roof of the mouth. Turtle hanging out on the beach. keeping it parasympathetic, slowing it all down, getting the salivation. As the turtle now turns to activate the three dantian. In Chinese medicine, the Chinese see the body having three distinct sections: the abdomen, the thorax, and the cephalux, the head. Kind of like an ant. Western medicine sees the same. So we're going to activate our three centers by turning at the waist, leading with our hands, and connecting to the front and back of the belly. Percussing at the same time as we activate the lower dantian. The belly is the house of intuition, the house of feeling, and when it opens, it grants the ability of clairsentience, being able to feel that which is not typically felt. All right, up to the chest, front and back of the heart, the thorax. The heart mind, heart voice. The opening of the thorax grants the psychic abilities of clairaudience, being able to hear clearly that which cannot typically be heard, both within ourselves and the other and the universe and all of that. And up to the cephalux, the brain. And in the esoteric communities, they consider this the house of vision, the ability to see that which is not typically seen, clairvoyance. Back down to the belly, lower dantian. Middle dantian. Upper dantian. One more time through. What do you say? Lower dantian. You know, all those psychic powers, in my opinion, really don't matter at all. We already hear, feel, and see plenty. For me, it's more important about trying to cultivate attenuation to the positive and disattenuation of the negative. Water and weed is more important. Personal opinion. Upper. Release. And here I like to release my arms like sparkles from a firework. Just watching all that sparkle energy come down, just like a fireworks display. Back to turtle breathing on the beach. Exchanging chi with the universe, tongue to the roof of the mouth, 3 breaths. Turtle neck stretching. Perhaps you've seen turtles stretching their necks on the beach. 70% of your awareness should be on your tail. We already know how to move our head. So bring your tail forward, tail back, head back. Tail forward, tail back, head back. By doing both at the same time, we exercise the entire spinal column, and it pumps the cerebral spinal fluid, helping with mental clarity and longevity. Pausing in the middle now for one breath. Tail to the left, ear to the shoulder, tail to the right, head to the right, ear to the shoulder. So again, 70% of the awareness on the tail. Stretching the whole spinal column left to right. Alright, pause in the middle for one breath. Chin to the shoulder, tail swivels to the same side. Pause in the middle, one breath. This one's a little complicated, but super fun. Head and tail forward, head and tail left, head and tail back, head and tail right, head and tail forward. Head and tail right, head and tail back, head and tail left, head and tail forward. Lift up for one. Pause there now for 3 breaths. Straighten the spine, connect to the energy of heaven and earth, turn on the central channel, exchange chi with the universe as a turtle on the beach. Inhale your hands up just like we started. But this time at the very top, bend the hands down and create a double Reiki beam, beaming the energy down into the body, visualizing the body as a vessel or a container. And fill the container with universal energy for 3 breaths. Release the energy, split the beam, beam it into your ears, filling your kidneys. 1 breath. Releasing now, beaming the energy into the eyes, sending the energy to the liver. Seeing the liver as a free-flowing, smooth, wide, open, rolling river. Drawing the energy now over the heart, filling the heart, red energy, 1 breath. Dropping over the belly now, filling the belly, yellow energy, 1 breath. Releasing into a neutral Tai Chi stance. Imagining that you yourself turn into the cave from which the turtle just first emerged. And bringing your hands out in front of you, guiding the turtle now into the back of the cave. Visualizing the turtle nestle into the back of the cave, bringing the hands to a neutral position at the sides of the body, tongue to the roof of the mouth. As you breathe, visualize the turtle begins to levitate. And visualize the turtle beginning to spin clockwise. Visualize the turtle going from golden to translucent, rainbow clear to a bright orb of light, spinning clockwise in the Dantian. As the turtle spins, imagine it creates a vortex in the front of the body, drawing energy in, and a vortex in the back of the energy, drawing the energy in. Visualize the turtle spinning now in the Dantian, gathering energy into a ball of light in the Dantian. As the turtle spins, imagine the crown spinning and the root chakra spinning, both drawing energy into the ball of light as well. And as the turtle spins, imagine it spins the palms and the surface of the feet. And imagine they start drawing energy into the Dantian as well. So now we have a vortex in the front and back of the belly, the root and the crown, and the 4 points, the feet and the hands, all spinning, drawing energy to one ball of light in the belly. See the ball of light just ignite in a nuclear sun, so bright. And now see every acupoint in the human body spinning clockwise, all driven by the spin of the turtle, all drawing energy into the Dantian, into the ball of light. Gathering the energy from around you, all the energy we've created in our practice today, all this visualization of the beach scene and the turtle, and all of it. Just gather all of it. And a double Reiki beam into that ball of light. See the ball of light condense. And closing one hand over the other, sealing that energy in for the day's use. Feeling the ball of energy there. Closing the hands and the feet, rubbing the hands together. Giving a moment of thanks to the heavenly energy for its warmth, its action, its dynamic movement, and the energy of earth for its stillness, its substance, its support. And congratulating ourselves for having the courage to stand in between. Get a good charge in the hands now. Release the charge onto the face, massaging the face with an emphasis to the downward motion. 99 times. More rigorous now. And grab the energy and go over the scalp. Get all the acupoints of the scalp, all the surfaces of the scalp, even in the temples in front of the ears. More rigorous now. I'm grabbing the energy over the neck, over the chest, over the belly, to one point of stillness in the abdomen. As we wake up back into this space.